I want to start this video with an apology directed towards Roblox's moderators. I've spent years working with current and former Roblox employees to remove predators and inappropriate content from the platform. And more recently, I've had the privilege of speaking to some of the moderators and DSA agents that handle user reports. And despite the impression we've been given over the past few years, moderators aren't just hardworking, they're overworked. It's no secret that Roblox is a huge platform. It has 20 million more daily users than TikTok. And unlike TikTok, which is 13 and up, Roblox is meant for all ages. Not only do mods have to ensure the platform is appropriate for a younger audience, they also have to manage interactions between larger age gaps. Combine this with the fact that TikTok has 40,000 moderators, and the latest figure for Roblox is a mere 1,600, and it's easy to see why moderation is so broken. Instead of pointing the blame at the moderation team, everyone should understand just how complicated this problem is. Roblox is a publicly traded company, meaning they're beholden to their investors. If Roblox makes a change that hurts their stock price, they can be sued. Hiring an extra 40,000 moderators seems like the obvious solution, but if it can't be done in a way that contributes to the value of the company, all bets are off. Before any major changes are made, investors need to appreciate the value of safety on a platform like Roblox. Given that half of their users are under 13, Roblox's largest market isn't children, it's parents. Parents who trust moderators to keep their children safe during unsupervised play. Without that trust, Roblox loses their largest customer base and ceases to exist. In recent years, Roblox has found it more profitable to simply convince parents that their platform is safer than it actually is, but this comes with risks of its own. When parents learn the truth, sometimes only after their children become victims, they may resort to lawsuits.
Gaming site Roblox was recently hit with a lawsuit by a parent claiming her 12-year-old daughter was exposed to a predator while playing games on the site. The suit claims Roblox doesn't do enough to protect its young customers.
There's already several cases in litigation claiming Roblox committed fraud by giving parents a false sense of security with misleading safety claims. For example, Roblox's new guide for parents claims that inappropriate chats and the sharing of personal info are blocked for all users. In reality, these blocks are extremely easy to get around, and there's almost nothing stopping predators from exchanging usernames for unfiltered platforms like Discord or Snapchat. A lot of Roblox predators pose as children and advertise off-platform connections on group walls, which are visible to all users regardless of age. Investors have come up with a term for this problem. They call it the abuse narrative. What they should be calling it is reality. The world is a dangerous place. When you provide a service and brand it as safe for all ages, you have to commit to that brand. Simply having everyone agree to complicated terms of service is not a substitute for proper moderation. Even if laws like Section 230 protect the company from civil liability when the so-called abuse narrative comes to fruition, that protection won't last forever. Parents are tired of watching their friends and family members become victims, not just of predatory users, but predatory companies that will say and do anything to fool them into a false sense of security. Already, Congress is considering lifting legal protections for social media companies and allowing victims of online abuse to take them to court. At the start of the year, CEOs of TikTok, Facebook, Discord, Snapchat, and X were invited to a Senate Judiciary hearing on this very subject, where they were grilled relentlessly.
For years, you've been coming in public and testifying under oath that there's absolutely no link, your product is wonderful, while internally, you know full well your product is a disaster for teenagers.
Senator,
and yet you keep right on doing what you're doing, right?
That's not true. That's not true.
Did anyone examine, was it in fact child sexual abuse material? Did anyone report that user? Did anyone go and try to protect that child?
Let me ask you this. There's families of victims here today. Have you apologized to the victims? Would you like to do so now? They're here. You're on national television. Would you like now to apologize to the victims who have been harmed by your product? Show them the pictures. Would you like to apologize for what you've done to these good people?
Somehow, Congress forgot to invite the CEO of Roblox to this hearing. The narrative that investors should be worried about is the fact that regulations are coming, and if meaningful changes aren't made, and soon, Roblox will be next on the chopping block. If you have a stake in this company, millions of children and parents are relying on you to make sure these changes are asked for and appreciated. Once this happens, the ball will be in the court of Roblox's management. It's easy to think of the moderation department as a sports team. The team's management is responsible for making sure team members are skilled, well-trained, and have good chemistry with other teammates. Occasionally, players leave the team for various reasons like retirement, acquisition by other teams, or even performance issues, requiring management to seek new team members to replace them. This is what's known as turnover. If members are poorly coached, overworked, or uncooperative with other teammates, they don't last very long, and the team develops a high turnover rate. This means positions constantly need to be filled, and new team members need to be recruited and trained to perform well with the current roster, which in turn can overwhelm management. In Roblox's case, moderators don't just have to learn the rules of the game, they have to keep up with how these rules change, and the game they're playing is unique to their specific team. It is critical that these team members last long enough in their positions to learn the complexities of the platform and use that knowledge to benefit its users. Through recent years, management has made a lot of poor decisions, like cutting nearly all remote jobs, replacing humans with AI, and drastically changing policy to age up the user experience.
Do you think like the more mature things like nudity will ever be allowed on Roblox in any way?
What I would say is we would lead first and foremost with safety and civility, and then second with mirroring what happens in the physical world. And so I would never rule it out.
Decisions like these fail to take into consideration the extreme levels of stress the safety team has to deal with. There's no other department at this company that has to bear witness to the large-scale exploitation that Roblox has become notorious for. If management can work with shareholders to devote more resources to safety, meaning more positions with higher pay, and better moderation tools, turnover can be reduced, and employees can work more efficiently. Many users have done Roblox a great service through reporting genuine safety issues through the appropriate channels. I wish I could say the same thing for everyone, but sadly, a lot of users have been exploiting flaws in the moderation system to ban innocent players and further overwhelm an already overworked safety team. Some users have even started creating accounts with bad usernames just to test their ability to get people banned. Reports on accounts like these waste time and resources that would be better spent on real safety issues. If you want to test your reporting ability, you should be reporting predators. There's groups on Roblox that are being raided by ERP accounts, giving you an endless supply of profiles to report. If you want to take down assets, go to the marketplace and sort t-shirts by recently created, where you'll find rule-breaking content being uploaded 24/7 en masse. Using these methods, combined with user reports made through my Discord server, I've been personally responsible for a recorded 2,760 users, 2,015 clothing items, and 2,273 groups being deleted for legitimate safety reasons. The majority of these groups and accounts were being used for grooming and ERP, and nearly all of the clothes were nudity bypasses, which predators use to expose children to sexual content in-game. Keep in mind, I am one guy. Imagine if there were 40,000 of me. We could delete 55,200,000 accounts every year. That's probably more than there are predators on the platform. I hope. Realistically though, most mods aren't as skilled as I am at finding these, which brings us to the final chapter. For many users, their only experience with moderators is being banned. I think I speak for most players when I say that far too often, reports on obviously inappropriate content get ignored, while reports on innocent users are taken too seriously. This inconsistency can be explained through the poor training and lack of experience among mods. Many of Roblox's safety agents are out of touch with younger generations and can't recognize slang, code words, and references common among predators. A lot of mods have poor English skills and don't understand certain terms that are obvious to a native English speaker. On the flip side, a lot of predators lurk in non-English speaking communities, leaving monolingual English-speaking mods in the dark. The most immediate improvement to moderation can be made by moderators themselves by taking the time to use the platform in the same way a child would, learning how communities work and how predators behave within them. This way, more reports can be handled appropriately instead of being thrown in the trash at first glance. I'm not saying mods should spend hundreds of hours gambling in Pet Simulator, but finding a game they like and participating in the community would go a long way in educating them on the intricacies of the platform. The nice thing about Roblox is there's something for everyone, whether you're 6 or 60. To wrap up this video, I want to emphasize how everyone can play a role in making Roblox safer, whether you're a user, a moderator, an investor, or the CEO. By making authentic reports and fostering a supportive community, we can aid in Roblox's mission. Change won't happen overnight, but with continued efforts from all of us, we can move towards a safer, more enjoyable platform. I'm Ruben Sim. Thanks for watching, and stay safe.